Blueface's career is over, and what's really unfortunate is everybody around him know it's over but him. You see, Blueface's career was hanging on a string before last night, but after last night, Chrisean Rock took the scissors and officially cut them strings to plummet his career. But before we touch on what took place last night, let's actually address the beginning of the end for Blueface. When Blueface looked upon his career, the date of November 30th will forever haunt him, because that's the date that Blueface chose Chrisean Rock over his longtime manager, Wack 100. On November 30th, Chrisean Rock will go live and show the world that Wack 100 was kicking her out of the house that she stayed in with Blueface. Apparently, Blueface lived inside the house, but Wack 100 owned the house, and Wack 100 recently discovered that Chrisean Rock was trying to set up Blueface and doing some scandalous things behind the scenes, and he said that Chrisean Rock is not somebody he wanted around him or around Blueface, so he asked her to leave. She called the police, and the police intervened. Now, after that day, we all assumed that Chrisean Rock and Blueface was no longer and they split up, and that Blueface chose the side of his manager, Wack 100. Not only were we wrong about whether or not Blueface chose Wack 100 over Chrisean Rock, but we were wrong about the details of Blueface and Chrisean Rock relationship. See, at that time, we assumed that Chrisean Rock was Blueface artist and they had nothing going on and it was strictly platonic in business. That's until Chrisean Rock revealed this text exchange between her and Blueface, where Blueface was asking to do some ungodly things to her, and she also revealed that after Wack 100 kicked her out of the house, that Blueface came to her apartment and slept on the floor, and they were involved that night. This was only the tip of the iceberg. See, at this point in time, Blueface was a sympathetic figure that people thought who was at worst just a simp who was vagina whipped by a crazy girlfriend. And that was pretty much confirmed and solidified once Chrisean Rock was arrested for stealing Blueface's vehicle, and then it was revealed before she stole his car that she actually snuck into his house, broke his windows, cut herself open, wrote "I love you" in blood, stole his car keys, and ran away. Through it all, Blueface still stuck by her, bailed her out of jail, brought her back into his home, and continued his relationship with her. So at this time, Blueface was considered just dumb, right? A simp who's vagina whipped, dumped by a crazy girlfriend. But as the relationship progressed, as Chrisean Rock exposed him over and over again for two-timing, for messing with other chicks, for cheating on her, she became the sympathetic figure. A complete 180 was done as Chrisean Rock exposed the drama between her and Blueface baby mama. People now thought that Blueface was a two-timer, the cheater, the manipulator, toxic one, and Chrisean Rock was just a damsel in distress who was just so in love with Blueface she couldn't get away and she couldn't grow self-respect for herself and leave him. But still, at this point, the worst thing Blueface was considered was a cheater and a two-timer. Nobody really loses their career over two-timing and cheating. Well, that's until August 2nd of this year. We all woke up to our news feed of a video of a Chrisean Rock and Blueface altercation that was recorded by a bystander. Apparently, Blueface had taken Chrisean Rock's phone and he was going through it, seeing Chrisean Rock was texting other guys. Chrisean Rock wanted her phone back, began to hit Blueface. Blueface tried to subdue her. Even though we didn't see Blueface hit her, just the mere fact that there were still shots out there that looked like Blueface was about to hit her, that looked like Blueface was roughing her around. Blueface lost millions in deals, according to his manager, Wack 100. You see, this was only the beginning of the end of Blueface's career. See, at this point in time, the worst that we could call Blueface was a two-timer. But now the narrative was going out there that Blueface was a woman abuser, that Blueface hit women, that Blueface was beating her up behind closed doors, that if Blueface could rough her up like this in public, can you imagine what he was doing behind closed doors? People were painting Blueface as a monster due to Chrisean Rock not being able to handle her liquor and not being able to keep her hands off of Blueface. But even that was not as damaging as what we seen last night. You see, Chrisean Rock went on IG Live and said this about Blueface last night.
I do.
All you gonna do is suck dick with him? Nobody cares.
You're a bitch.
You'll suck dick with the lip.
You punched me in my mouth. What are you talking about? Punch me in my eye. You're a bitch.
Jump out the window.
So what? If I want to get away from you, let me get away from you. Don't pull me away. Don't pull me closer so you can hit me in my mouth. You sound dumb. You should have let me jump down. No, you on some weirdo shit. You bust my lip. Little car. Weird ass nigga. He's trying to make up a lie. I didn't do this to myself. How did I do this to myself? Nobody being police. I didn't call the police. I didn't call the police, nigga. I went live so you can stop putting your hands on me, bitch. Shut the fuck up, you weird ass nigga.
Then she proceeded to show a picture of her lip busted, her eyes is bruised, she's scratched up, and said that Blueface is the reason that took place. Now, if Blueface was just a rapper, now we know hip-hop fans could care less about who hit women. Famous Dex still has a career somewhat, all right, and rappers have rapped about worse. So if we're just talking about Blueface as a rapper, that's probably fine, but come on, bro, let's be real here. All right, we haven't heard about Blueface's career being in the headlines for the last 2 years. Right? Blueface music is the last thing we think about when we discuss Blueface in 2022. Blueface is trying to be a boxer, reality TV. He's trying to go different routes, which you can't blame him for because those routes are very lucrative. But when you go down that route, corporate America has to back you. That's why Lil Yachty was able to be in a Sprite commercial with LeBron, because he's consumer friendly. You see, Blueface, after this, isn't consumer friendly any longer. Blueface is not advertiser friendly any longer. You see, KSI and them already dropped him from their boxing event after the first video leaked of Blueface and her just getting into an altercation or scuffle. He didn't even hit her, nor did she say he hit her. But right now, after that video drop of Chrisean Rock saying he's the reason why her lip is busted, her eyes is effed up, then dropped a picture of her looking like a Denzel in distress, looking like he packed a mean punch. After that drop, no corporate America will ever touch him again. Nor do I think he will ever get on the undercard of anybody's fights because they don't want that smoke. Blueface just ruined his career because he didn't listen to his manager and he fell for Chrisean Rock, a toxic girlfriend. It's fatal attraction, man. You see, nobody better than I when Chrisean Rock was on camera punching Blueface. Now that Chrisean Rock is making accusations, now Blueface is a demon and the worst person in the world. You have 2 videos in the last 2 months accusing you of putting your hands on the same female. At this point, there's no coming back from this. Blueface career is over. I can almost guarantee it.